This is the training video for volunteers for the Craven County Senior Services Home Delivered Meals or Meals on Wheels program. This is a quote that we just like. Volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart, by Elizabeth Andrew. That is something that we see is true for a lot of our volunteers. A lot of volunteers are really busy volunteering with other organizations and really just giving their time, their energy, their heart to others. And that is something that we're really grateful for. So the mission of Craven County Senior Services is to be able to enable people to live as fully and independently as possible by providing nutrition and social services to seniors in our county. And we definitely have seen that the services we provide allow individuals to remain independently longer than if they were without our services. Why we need volunteers. This program relies on over 70 volunteers to get the meals delivered every weekday, which is usually over 5,000 hours each year. The number of adults who can benefit from this program, it's going to grow each year, and it's going to be exponential in the next decade or so. As the need for these meals increases, the need for volunteers also increases. So you guys are very essential to our program, and you provide care and compassion to the seniors. So as a volunteer, you help seniors maintain independent lifestyles. You brighten the days a lot of times. Unfortunately for the seniors, this is, the volunteer is the only interaction they get that day. And so it can be really beneficial for them to interact with the volunteers and see them every day. You work directly with your community, develop friendships with seniors and other kind-hearted volunteers. We become like a community, a family with each other. You can learn valuable skills and gain experience for your resume. For those younger volunteers who are still in the workforce, this is something that can add to your resume. Fulfill community service or internship hours for school. And then, of course, make a difference, have fun, and be inspired. So let's go over the basics of home delivered meals. So this program is funded by a grant. It's called the Home and Community Care Block Grant. And these meals are 1/3 of the daily recommended nutrition of an older adult. We serve homebound seniors who are over the age of 60 in Craven County, and they must be unable to prepare meals for themselves. And we're not talking like super sandwiches, a full nutritious meal. We do deliveries 5 days a week for the hot meals. And then we also have frozen meals where we deliver those once a week. They get 5 frozen meals. Every 6 months, we reassess clients for eligibility. That can be for a number of reasons why that's important. 6 months time, status can change. They may need more resources from us. Because we are there seeing them on a daily basis, we may see a decline in something and provide more resources. And then, of course, situations may change. Family members may move in with them. They may improve, and then they may need to come off the program. Our hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. These meals are picked up between 9:30 and 10:30. We do have several holidays that we are closed for. The Craven County has a list of the holiday closures that we follow. It's on their website, cravenncounty.nc.gov. You can find that in the Register of Deeds Department. There's also an inclement weather hotline that you can call. That's the 252-636-6153. And that will tell you, closings, delays, that sort of thing for Craven County. We follow Craven County government as far as closures and delays go. So if Craven County government is closed or delayed, that affects our programs as well. We try to let volunteers know if we can, but sometimes severe weather can happen unexpectedly, and that's what you need to watch out for. The volunteer commitment and responsibilities, what we expect from our volunteers, some level of commitment. To maintain a valid driver's license and vehicle insurance. Always lock your car and be aware of your surroundings. A lot of our seniors do like to have pets, so do not enter a yard with an unrestrained pet. Call the client. Usually you should have their phone number, or call our office if you're concerned. Some of the houses that we go to are older, and so you want to be careful as far as steps. Do not go up steps that you cannot safely negotiate. So if some steps look questionable, if you're not able to get up the steps, if they're broken, please call us. That way we can kind of help you assess and figure out what to do next. Which again, it says call our office if any situation feels unsafe. We'll be happy to come assist you. The last thing on here is never solicit a client for business purposes. You'd be surprised, but we have had some individuals who, they volunteer, but they also own a business, and they're trying to be helpful by offering their services to their clients. But unfortunately, we're very protective of our clients, and we don't want any volunteers soliciting, to our clients that they would otherwise not have contact with. If you are unable to deliver on your designated day and time, please keep the following in mind. Notify the office as soon as you realize that you're not going to be able to come in. So that way we can find a replacement driver. We do know that emergencies come up, but no-shows, late shows, last-minute driver cancellations, they can tax our delivery system. And, sometimes we kind of struggle to find replacement volunteers. And no matter what, we're going to get the meals out. So then we pull staff, DSS staff, we do what we need to do to get the meals out. But it does, delay things, and it can cause anxiety for the clients who rely on these meals. They maybe plan doctor's appointments for that afternoon because they are expecting their meals in the morning. Confidentiality is very important to us, especially since we are part of the Department of Social Services, and you will be making personal contact with the clients. So for their safety and protection, all of their information is strictly confidential, which includes but is not limited to their name, address, contact information, living conditions and circumstances, income status, physical condition, and the services they're receiving. I know some of that is common sense and some of that, is not, but we just want to make sure that all of our clients' information is confidential, and the fact that they're on our program is also something that's confidential. All volunteers shall guarantee every person that receives services through home-delivered meals has the right to personal privacy. Any volunteer that knowingly and deliberately reveals confidential client information to unapproved source will be removed from their duties. This is a video that the Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee County created for food safety while delivering. I think it's a really good video that shows kind of the responsibilities and best practices for delivering food. Some of the things are going to be a little bit different than how we deliver our meals, but you will see that in the next video that we play after this one will be kind of more towards what we do.
This program was created for you. You are a vital part of the home-delivered meal program. Without you, we could not deliver hundreds of meals to clients in need each day. The tips in this safety module will provide you with the knowledge needed to deliver with confidence and help ensure the safety of our clients. Home-delivered meal clients are at high risk of foodborne illness. To prevent foodborne illness, staff and volunteer drivers need to be in good health and maintain good personal hygiene. People who are ill and who handle meals can transfer harmful viruses or bacteria to the meals, which can lead to foodborne illness in clients. They can also transfer harmful viruses or bacteria directly to the clients, who can then become ill. If a driver is diagnosed with a foodborne illness, or shows any of the symptoms, such as vomiting, diarrhea, jaundice, yellowing of the skin and eyes, or sore throat with fever, he or she should report this to the program management and be excluded from delivering meals. All wounds on hands or arms should be covered with a clean, dry bandage that keeps the wound from leaking. Bandages on hands should also be covered with disposable gloves. Staff and volunteer drivers need to wash their hands properly. Washing hands is one of the best ways to reduce risk of foodborne illness, as it decreases the spread of harmful viruses and bacteria. Up to 80% of all infections are transmitted by hands, and harmful bacteria and viruses can sometimes survive on unwashed hands for hours. Hands should be washed in warm soapy water for at least 20 seconds before and after handling food, after using the restroom, after handling pets, and after touching one's hair, face, body, clothing, or anything else that could contaminate hands. Hands should be dried with a clean paper towel or a hand dryer. Washing with soap and water is more effective than using hand sanitizer, as hand sanitizer doesn't remove soil and other material that might be on hands. However, drivers should carry alcohol-based disposable hand sanitizing wipes or hand sanitizing lotion in their vehicles, as they may not always have access to soap and water during meal delivery. The lotion should have an alcohol content of at least 60%. To use an alcohol-based hand sanitizing lotion, apply it to the palm of one hand. Rub hands together. Rub it over all surfaces of hands and fingers until hands are dry. Maintaining temperatures of meals during delivery is important for safety of our clients. Food can become contaminated if it is not handled safely and kept at the correct temperatures. Bacteria grow fastest at temperatures between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, known as the temperature danger zone. To prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, it is very important to keep cold food cold, and hot food hot. It is safest to keep hot food at 140 degrees Fahrenheit or above, and cold food at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below, until clients receive their meals. Temperature requirements can differ by state or region. The time from when food is prepared to when it is eaten should be as short as possible. The shorter a driver's route, the less chance for harmful bacteria to grow to unsafe levels in the meals. Drivers' routes should be as short as possible for both meal safety and meal quality. Meal temperatures are measured and documented daily as they leave the kitchen. Once a month we randomly select a volunteer to measure and record the temperature of a test meal after the last client receives their meal en route. The cleanliness of the delivery vehicle is also important. The inside of volunteers' vehicles should be cleaned regularly. Drivers should not bring pets along in their vehicles during meal delivery, as pets could contaminate drivers' hands and the meals. The delivery totes used at Meals on Wheels Plus is designed to keep hot food at 140 degrees Fahrenheit or above and cold food at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below. These containers are food grade, and designed so that food will not mix, leak or spill. They also let air circulate to keep temperatures even. Meal containers are cleaned and sanitized by staff after each use. During delivery, containers should be secured in the vehicle to keep them from moving too much during a route. It is very important to close insulated containers completely during a route, and as soon as possible after removing a meal, so that meals can be kept at safe temperatures. Bags of ice should remain on top of the milks, and the silver tray in the hot yellow totes should remain on top of the meals at all times during the delivery process. Clients are advised to eat their meals right after they receive them, or refrigerate or freeze the meals. If a client is not at home, the driver should not leave the meal, outside or inside, for the client. Leaving a meal in the temperature danger zone strongly increases the chance that it will cause foodborne illness. Even if a client has provided an insulated container for the meal, the container may not keep the meal at a safe temperature. There is an added risk of tampering when meals are left outside. The client may also be away from home for a longer time than planned, which increases the chance that the meal will become unsafe to eat. If noted on the route sheet, a meal could be left with a neighbor. If this is not an option, please call client services for direction. Remember, client services is always available as a resource to help you deliver with confidence. When in doubt, give them a call. Thank you for your partnership to help.
Okay. So actually I'm going to play another video, this one we made here. It's a little bit old, so the staff are maybe a little bit dated, but the information is still relevant. Welcome to Craven County Home Delivered Meals Volunteer Training video. We will walk you through the process of picking up, delivering, and returning to the center each time you deliver. When you arrive, please park in a designated parking space. When you park in front of the door, you block the driveway for other cars and the buses. Any staff member will gladly assist you in bringing the bags to your car. This is the Home Delivered Meals area. Each route has a number and a volunteer assigned. Please find your name on the route boards to ensure you pick up the correct route. If you do not see your name, please see a staff member. Each route has a grocery bag with bread and utensils, a red bag with hot meals, a cooler with the milk and fruit, and a delivery book with the delivery sheet and directions. Once you find your route, be sure to count your meals, milk, and bread before you leave. Staff counts the meals when they arrive. However, it is always good to double check. If you need assistance loading your vehicle, please ask. We are happy to assist you. Be sure to plug the red bag into the car. This keeps the meals hot and in the safe temperature range. For frozen routes, you will receive 5 frozen meals, milks, bread, and their fruit or dessert, prepackaged in a grocery bag or box. Bags are placed in black cooler bags to keep the meals frozen while delivering. The same pickup rules apply for the frozen bags. On the delivery sheet, you will find the client's name, address, and phone number. Please mark the time you arrive at the home, the client's condition, and the number of meals delivered. At the top of the delivery sheet is a space for your volunteer name, the volunteer signature. You sign this to accept the meals and validate the following meal delivery information: your pickup time and your return time. Please make sure to fill these out each time you deliver a route. We use these routes to verify that the clients received these meals. When delivering, please remember to look at the delivery sheet for any notes or special instructions, like to use the client's back door. Knock on the client's door firmly and wait a couple of minutes. Some clients move slowly. Give meal to client. If relative answers, you may ask to see the client to verify their condition. If no one answers, try calling the phone number listed. If no one answers the phone, mark "not home" or "no answer" on the delivery sheet and give the meal to another client on your route. If it's the last client, please attempt to deliver the meal to a previous client. If the meal is brought back to the center, we may not be able to redeliver it and would not get reimbursed for that meal. Never leave a meal unattended. We cannot guarantee the safety of that meal. Never leave a meal with someone who is not on your delivery sheet. If you happen upon an emergency situation, call 911 and then our office. Stay with the client until a staff member or emergency services arrive. If the client has fallen, do not try to pick up the client or move them. Call the office so that we can get in contact with their emergency contact. Please be aware of your surroundings. Do not enter a yard with an unrestrained pet. Call the client or our office if you are concerned. Do not go up steps you cannot safely navigate. Call our office if any situation feels unsafe. And never solicit a client for business purposes. Once you arrive back at the center, please make sure that the delivery sheet is filled out completely. Please place the delivery book, red bag, and cooler back in your route section. If there were any concerns you had for your clients, please let the receptionist know. Thank you for being wonderful volunteers and taking the time out to serve the seniors in your community. Our program would not be possible without you, and we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you for watching this training video, and if you are new and you've just finished the video and you're ready to volunteer, give us a call, 252-638-1790, and we'll be happy to get you on the schedule to deliver. Thank you so much for watching our video, for volunteering, and for supporting the seniors in your community. We really appreciate it.